Today, I don't have a proper microphone, my camera is a bit fucked up and my light is not great, but I will talk to you about BOBO and I will explain why BOBO is actually going to go to $180 million market cap in upcoming 20 days and why what is going to happen on this market is absolute insanity and why everything that happened thus far would actually be just an accumulation, true accumulation. I would even say bull market never started. The bull market did not start yet. For some assets, maybe yes, but for most assets, bull market never fucking started. Right now, we would be seeing the kickoff of the bull market. BOBO will be $180 million in market cap in 20 days. So I want you to look at this chart with this beautiful, beautiful piece of work, piece of art. I was actually going to art school for 5 years to get this, and then after 5 years, I got rejected from the art school, right? So we have a 5-wave upward structure. In the first 5 movements of the asset, we went from 0 to top of the wave 1, which was 18 million. Then we went to second wave. It's very, very important to understand what was the magnitude of the correction since the top of the first wave, since 18 million to the bottom. It was 63% out there, right? Since second wave, we went to wave 3, which was 156. Then we had a corrective wave 4, which was a 64, I think, million dollars market cap. And then we went to all-time highs, which was $228 million market cap, 230, right? After that, we had a corrective 3-wave correction structure, waves A, B, and C. Wave A ended at 27.34, then we had a wave B, 144.5, and then we had a wave C, which was $12 million market cap. It's a funny thing that on all of these highs, this first one, this third one, this fourth one, Ethereum actually went to $4,000 on each and every of these highs. It's a very, very interesting and important thing to understand. What we're seeing currently is what most people would probably see like as a bounce, as like nothing is happening, but I think they're fucking wrong. And you have to understand that we just stopped at $64 million market cap, which is 8 squared, which is 8 and 8. And it's not just for lulz. You have to understand how this reality is coded and what does 8 mean. Why the fuck I was born on 17 as well. You have to understand these things too. So what we're seeing currently is that BOBO actually had our low at $80 million market cap. Let me zoom in. With a small wick to $60 million market cap. You have to also understand wick was to $60 million market cap. What is 16? It's 8 plus 8. It's 28. So we locally topped at 64 and we bottomed at 16, which in total we have 4 8s, right? You have to understand what the fuck is happening. And you have to understand that BOBO billions are actually coded into this reality themselves. You have to understand these things. So my take right here is because even before this happened, even when BOBO was at $24 million and $30 million, I made a video and I told you, most likely BOBO is going into $80 million area. I told you that BOBO was going to $80 million. And I also told you that maybe it will go to 9 million, but yeah, BOBO goes to 9 million, is fucking dead. The structure is broken and nothing happens. Right now, the structure is technical as fuck. It's technical as fuck. And you have to understand why. You have to understand what the fuck is happening here, right? So my take from here is that our bottom was right here on the wave C. My take from here is that this was actually the bottom, the local bottom, and we would never see these fucking prices, right? And the fact is here is obviously because it happened in the largest, biggest liquidation event in crypto history, right? And BOBO only went from to 16 million. It's probably because of the fact that it's not on leverage, like it's not available on leverage, it's only spot at this stage, right? And what's more important, we never broke through this level, this bottom. Listen to me closely. This is the most important information in your life. This actually confirms the entrance into new 5-wave structure, which means that this asset from here is gonna go way higher. And I think most of this expansion, most of this insanity is actually going to happen in upcoming 6 months. I do believe that $800 million in market cap for BOBO in upcoming 6 months from here is actually a reality, which is a 40x from here, with pretty much any size. Obviously, you cannot put 500K into it, but for us retail investors, with pretty much any size. 40x, 40 fucking x. And that's like just a target from the top of my head, right? It depends on the level of degeneracy that we will have there, but I think we're up to something here, guys. So the setup right now, why I have these beautiful green lines? This vertical line is essentially the kickoff of the new 5-wave structure. This vertical green line is the end of the global wave 1 of new 5-wave structure. Follow me, it's very fucking easy, right? So this is global wave 1, upward movement, right? Inside global wave 1, we have 5 wave structure as well, which are these smaller numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 right here, right? So it's a very interesting thing that my take here is that we actually entered wave 1 of the global wave 1 since $12 million market cap till $60 million, right? And then we had our wave 2, our small wave 2 of the global wave 1 structure, which was a 73, I think, percent correction, 72, 73, 74% correction from these local highs. It's pretty interesting. I was just showing that the first wave 1 actually was 63% correction. This one is 73, right? And it's also very, very interesting that the numbers that we are playing currently, they're kind of like 10x higher than the number in previous accumulation right here. Everything is just 10x higher. It's pretty insane. Like the average amount for accumulation here was probably like $20 million market cap. I would say the average right here in this range is also like around $20 million in market cap, right? Obviously, more people were definitely buying when it was going higher. If you were accumulating, the average amount that you should have is $20 million. All the mine is 2x higher, but you know, I'm a very bad fucking trader. The only thing I know is how to buy and how to hold. And I also gamble. Like I'm gambling like fucking crazy in this market as well. I'm gambling to the point that when I go to a real world casino, I feel nothing. Like zero fucking thing, right? Zero. I feel nothing. Maybe I just should increase my stakes in the real casino, right? So this is the setup right here. And what should be happening currently? What we should be entering right now? We should be entering wave 3 of the smaller wave 1. Of the smaller wave 1, right? Wave 3. Wave 3 is the most explosive out there. Just look what, it was obviously not the small wave 1, is the global wave 1 for this movement, but this wave 3 did 19x's since the bottom for this asset, which is pretty fucking insane. My take is that right now we will do 2x smaller, right? So my take is that we would actually do like 9x's from these levels. I think we should be going to $180 million. I know that these things, this wave 3, wave 4, and 5 of this global wave 1 movement, they can be very quick. They can be very swift, like snap on a finger. And that's it. Like this thing is $180 million market cap and you missed your 9x entry with size. It's very, very hard to actually outperform the amount of X's if you truly put size into it. Like imagine you have a $50,000 portfolio out there, right? If you put $50,000 into BOBO and you get a 9x, you are making $450,000 in a matter of 3 weeks from here, right? However, what would everyone do? They will probably have like some Bitcoin, some Ethereum, or maybe like if you're a DJ, you will have like a bunch of different meme coins. And I have it myself. This is the scene that I unfortunately have myself, right? But the goal, the idea here should be just a full port fucking BOBO. And like, I've done it to a certain extent, but I did not do it fully. I honestly would want to buy like way more at these levels. I wanted to buy yesterday. It's hard, man, right? So just fucking understand that if you're truly exposed to a big amount of access on the nice size on an asset, it's very, very fucking hard to outperform elsewhere. It's almost impossible to outperform this elsewhere. You should understand what the fuck is happening, what the fuck I'm trying to tell you, right? So I like $180 million market cap as the target in the upcoming 3 weeks. You probably have seen the message from DJ Pink. This is the guy who predicted the whole dump on 10th of October, right? And he also said that everyone should be selling on 5th of November as well, right? So I actually do believe that all this expansion should be happening in the upcoming 3 weeks. $180 million. Why I like this level is because we obviously have this high, which I think we will have some consolidation around this level because many people would think that it's going to be the local top and they would be selling around this level. And I believe we will go higher and they will follow back in at these levels and then I will essentially dump on them. Or maybe I won't, because I think like selling this asset even to try to play waves here, well, it's probably smart, but yeah, like each and every person who was trying to trade the asset out and in, they just lost the supply eventually. And me myself personally, right? I had to rebuy my BOBO bag. To be honest, like 1 year ago, I actually lost my BOBO bag. I sold all my BOBO and I lost it to leverage. I was long in gaming altcoins, right? Recently, I was able to rebuy some of it. So essentially, what do we see here is 3, 4, and 5 waves of the smaller movement of the global wave 1. And it's a very interesting thing that global wave 1 is not like the biggest wave. Obviously, the best accumulation point is right now. You will never see these prices for BOBO again, 100%. You will never see these prices for BOBO again, right? And then you will have wave 2 and wave 3, which will take us to fucking insanity. Like, it's at minimum above previous all-time high. It's very important to understand where global wave 2 is going to be. Probably somewhere around like $75 million. I think it will even touch this level with a small week. It's like $64 million. I think this is something that will be happening. And from there, we'll go to hundreds of millions, which would be like pretty fucking insane. Surely, like, I have this number of $700, $800 million market cap. Surely fucking insane. Like, it actually might be quite conservative, but 800 million in the coming 6 months, like, for Bobo, I will take it. Give it to me. I will take it. It's fine. It's fine. Like, I'm alright with that. I'm quite fine. 40x from here, I'm quite fine with that. So this is essentially everything I wanted to share at this stage. I think it's pretty fucking genius, and I think that it's absolute insanity. Like, it's so technical. I'm not even sure like it has some professional market maker. It definitely does not have the market maker where someone just acquired a bunch of the supply of the coin and he just tells the market maker to follow the Pepe chart, and that's it, right? And it's funny that the same thing is probably done on Pepe as well. Like on Pepe, market maker probably just told to follow Ethereum, but I think that with Ethereum pump, Pepe did not see much of inflow, so market maker had nothing to work with. So they just decided to underperform for a quarter for this movement, right? So many people think that this movement is underperformance out there. To me, it's so fucking bullish. Like, this movement just confirms the start of the new 5-way structure, which should be taken in this asset. I think 1 billion might be the top, because you have to understand, like, Bobo billions, Bobo billions, Bobo billions. It's kind of like, from one point of view, it's self-fulfilling prophecy. From other point of view, like, it's funny that if it won't be able to reach like Bobo billions levels, if it will only reach like Bobo billion, right? Maybe Bobo billions in next cycle, because very fun and interesting take. I'm kind of following the advice from Ren for Crypto Banter here, and he says I'm only buying the assets that I think will survive the next cycle. I'm following this advice. I'm doing that because there will always be red candles, right? There'll probably always be Ethereum, but you have to understand that it's not about Ethereum here. Ethereum is like an infrastructure to have this asset on, but it does not correlate with moves of Ethereum much, I would say. It correlates with the moves of how much risk on there is. And obviously its own wave structure, right? It had to get everyone out. It had to make sure it would go to 12 million. It had to make sure it would go to 16 million, right? It had to make sure it would get all the back holders out, because all of this time, all of these people that were buying in $2 million back here, through these times, they were getting out of the assets, right? They were just fucking selling. So I would say since June of 10th of 2024, which is more than a year ago, they were just selling. And I'm just telling you that all of this is going to be just a fucking accumulation. Like, we will be talking about Bobo at 800 million, $1 billion, and like, this thing will look exactly like this thing looks to us right now. You can see it, like, it's so fucking similar, right? The only thing, like, I'm not seeing us essentially being in this giant accumulation right here, because obviously we at the start of the business cycle. I think we will truly have our season. I think crypto will do very fucking well in the upcoming 6 months. I think it will be insane. And I think we are going with the bull market in stocks as well till the middle of 2026, right? At least. And this thing will just go fucking insane. And all you have to do is just buy currently. And yeah, like, when I'm thinking on, because I have exposure to different meme coins, I'm thinking like, what will be able to reach like the same escape velocity? What will be able to acquire so much liquidity as well? It's like so fucking hard, to be honest, because on Ethereum there's a very limited amount of place, and Bobo is like 2.5 years old at this stage. It's kind of like a grandpa in the world of meme coins, right? And what you have to understand is that like meme coins, they're very anti-fragile. Think about altcoin. You have like a bunch of insiders, you have team that should work, they should ship something, probably have partnerships, shit like that. You probably have some tag. Here, until last Bobo community member holds, until one person posts a meme coin is alive. A meme coin is not dead. And this was my take 2 years ago as well, is that it's very, very easy to support these projects. And I kind of believe in the take of Murat. His take is that with the revolution of AI, all the margin will get elevated, liquidated. So not in leverage trading, but essentially in between businesses, right? Everything will be so efficient and so automated that margin would essentially just go lower, lower, and lower, and lower, and people would care less, and less, and less, and less about these fucking companies, because they are worthless. And next thing is like digital cults. It's truly like, imagine Murad is Jesus and I'm some guy who's like writing his shit down, right? In the Bible. You will be creating Bible about me. So imagine this is what actually will be happening. And imagine happening like some BOBO currently that you're buying, and you would be able to pass on into your kids and grandkids, because red candles, they will be all the time, right? Imagine like SPX flips the bull market. It doesn't have a goal to exist after that. Imagine like stock market is not existent anymore because like US blew up or something. It doesn't matter. But BOBO, red candles were invented by a Japanese guy in fucking 1600s or like even 700. Like it was invented more than 500 years ago. Red candles, right? And red candles, they will always be here. And maybe, just maybe, buying this asset on Ethereum blockchain is something that will help to save your children. Not help to save, but save your children. Save the children of your children, your grandchildren, and all the people after you in your family from eternal AI slavery. And they need to die in fucking wars for nothing. Thank you very much for watching this one. Stay healthy and rich. I shall be seeing you tomorrow.